already, it should already, I tagged you in the link earlier. Oh. Hey, we got 3 minutes, Rita. Yep. Well, I got 2:14 on this side. Yep, share it. Okay, that's my brother. Yeah. Yes. You know you got to hit me up. Yes, indeed, sis. We'll hook. We'll connect. It's going to be awesome to meet you in the flesh. Hey. Okay. I got 1 minute. I don't know why I can't have a live watch party. What is going on? Where is the button? Here we go. Yes. Hey. What's up, family? Y'all hear that? That's Robert Sade. Oh my God. Ain't it tight? That's my brother, family. How y'all doing? I know y'all been waiting all day for Nirvana to get her act together. What up, Robin? Felix? What's up? Trey X ADOS Nashville in the house. What's up, Vay Lotus? I see you, fam. I see you, Vicky. You've been waiting on me all day, Vicky. I love you, sis. Thank you for joining the live, family. Oh, I just love y'all so much. I love y'all black. I love y'all strong. How y'all doing? I hope you had a beautiful week. I know y'all was slinging bricks. ADOS Chicago was slinging bricks. Honey, they went all the way to the state capitol in Springfield and met with 20 of their representatives for ADOS. Yes, they did. I'm so proud of all of the meetups that were happening all throughout the country. I want to apologize to y'all because I know this is like the 4th time I promised to be on the live today. And me and Miss Rita, we overslept. We supposed to do a 6 a.m. show. She is ADOS Bay Area. She had stuff on the agenda, asked me to push the show back from 9 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time. She wanted the 6 o'clock. I wanted the 6 o'clock. I thought for sure I could do the 6 o'clock. But family, oh Lord, who's calling me? I can't talk right now. I'm doing my show. Amber, I am doing my live show. I love you.
Did you start one? Do you need one?
You know what? I got 1,000 people watching me on Facebook Live right now. I love you so much. I just had to pick up the phone and tell you how much I love you. And I can't wait to see you. Kiss my baby for me. I gotta go. They waiting on my content. This is the 4th time I reschedule, and my guest is in the lobby. Bye. I love you.
I love you.
Y'all see, ADOS life is happening. Hi, Shauna. Welcome to the live. Ain't Shauna up there with you, Rita, in the ADOS? Y'all know y'all need to tell me where y'all slinging bricks. I think Shauna is from the ADOS Bay Area. I really do. Nicholas, what's going on, family? If y'all don't tell me where you're from, y'all know I like to shout out where you're slinging bricks from. Put it in the chat so I can shout you out properly. But anywho, like I was saying, family, what's up, Jamar? I see you, fam. Nicholas, did I say hello to you? All right, now, y'all. Yes, it's so much love in the chat. Okay, so me and Rita, we both overslept. We couldn't do that 6 o'clock because I don't know if y'all like this, family, but when I've got something to do, I can't sleep. So I stayed up past my bedtime. And I overslept. Rita called me. She had overslept. She needed a few more winks because I done told y'all the ADOS movement take cat naps, right? Y'all know we do. We don't rest. We got the ADOS state of mind, y'all. Always on our mind, in our hearts. Y'all, if you're not slinging bricks, you don't even understand how much we are working to make this reparations happen this election cycle. I had an amazing call with the Friends of ADOS Super PAC. We're building up our board. We're looking for representation per state, family. 50 board members strong on the Friends of ADOS Super PAC. Visit the website at friendsofados.com and donate, family. We need a war chest, okay? You know that Stacey Abrams is down there picking on my Tamara Johnson-Shealy. Now, she knows she's running for the U.S. Senate race, right, in Georgia. She gonna sit up here and endorse some pastor. I thought that was a conflict of interest. Shouldn't his 501c3 get revoked if he's running for the Senate seat? That's how them Dems are, honey. They play real dirty. Y'all know they play dirty. So we need a war chest because he's got some fancy pants ad he's running to get that vote. Y'all need to go over to Tamara for Georgia, give money, and sign up to volunteer. I'll be phone banking for her right here from Southern California. I got a cell phone. It can call Georgia and get those folks out for the vote. Y'all need to go to tamaraforgeorgia.com and donate and sign up to do canvassing, and you need to do your phone banking for her. You can do that anywhere in the U.S. because that's how the ADOS move. We help each other. But these Democrats play dirty, honey, because they don't want us to be talking about these reparations and this black agenda. But the Friends of ADOS Super PAC is here for it, honey. We are the national federation for the ADOS movement. We're looking for 50. Okay, a representative per state, and then the chapters will fall out underneath them. Go visit friendsofados.com. Show your love, family. Donate. We are in the election season, okay? Primaries about to jump off in Iowa, I think on the 3rd, Monday, Tuesday, I don't know, it's here. So we don't have a lot of time, but that Super PAC will enable us to put ad dollars behind ADOS candidates who are speaking full-chested about reparations and the black agenda. Yes, we coming for Congress. We are supporting our candidates on the federal, state, and local levels, and we're leveraging the ADOS movement to make that happen. So visit us, make sure you go to the Facebook page and become a friend over there. Now, that's enough about that because y'all know I was born to talk. I am a chatty Cathy. but especially when it comes to ADOS. Rita and I finally got our schedules together. She had a meeting, I think, in Fresno. She gonna tell you all about it. I had to get to the track. I had to take my conference call. My daughter runs track. She had to run the 600 and the 300 a day. You know how it is. We do what we've got to do. ADOS life must go on. And I'm thankful that you guys stayed up for us so we could get this show in, because I promised y'all a show, and I'm going to work on my consistency. That's what I'm doing, family. But sometimes the time got to move around because ADOS life is happening. I know y'all overstand. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Jamar. Hi, William. Thank y'all for joining the live. Okay, so I'm about to bring up the one, the only ADOS Bay Area Rita Forte. She was the former regional campaign director of the Marianne Williamson campaign. And we're about to get into it about what went right, what went wrong, what we can do different the next time, and how ADOS played a role in what went right and wrong. We're about to get it in, family, so show your love. Let me bring her on up now. Hold on, just give me a second. No, solo off. I got to, where is it? Oh, where? I see it, but I don't see the arrow. Showing stream. Okay, so there she is. Hi, Rita.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Show us some love, y'all, in the chat.
What's up, everybody? ADOS, what's going on? Let me get centered here. I gotta, you gotta figure it out. What's going on, everybody? Hi, Angela. We did get it together. I heard you.
We got it together. I am so thrilled to have you live. I thank you so much. I've been trying to get you on the live for a couple of months now.
Let's be real. She's only telling truths, y'all. She wanted me as soon as Marianne Williamson made the first cuts to her staff campaign back in November. Okay. Angela was on me. She was like, "Oh, well, we have to have you on my show." And I was like, "Wait, hold up. So here we are, top of February. I'm on her show. So I she gets her way every time, doesn't she, everybody? Angela gonna get her way.
There is a God, family, and he loves me, okay, because I got her here, y'all. And so if you got questions, Shauna's telling you hello. Vicki Lewis is sending you love. It's just so much love in the chat. I don't know if you can see all that.
I can. I'm checking it now. I see Trey. Trey, what's going on? Jamar and I have had some good back and forth. Shauna, I saw Shauna that I haven't met you in person. I heard you talking about her, Angela. I guess I'm gonna meet you at the next ADOS Bay Area meeting, so I will see you there.
February 9th.
Yeah, February 9th.
Okay, so make sure you have that information handy so you can share it on the live towards the end. You guys, if you have questions of Rita or myself or comments, please put them in the chat. I'm really going to try to get to them before the show ends within about 45 minutes. Okay, so Rita, I could read your bio, but it's so much more fun to get you talking because you did just start your own YouTube live show. So you've got to get acclimated talking about yourself. So go around and try to write so the family can know who you are.
You're gonna just throw me into the shaft already, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, here we go. All good. What's up, everybody? My name is Rita Forte, hailing from Oakland, California, East Oakland to be exact. What's up to all my ADOS Bay Area people that are watching? I sent a couple of y'all the link, so hopefully you guys will log on. But I'm trying to stay straight towards the camera right now. But from Oakland, California, specifically, I would say on this show because of two reasons. I am a part of ADOS Bay Area, and I got the blessing to work on Marianne Williamson's campaign as a field organizer here in the Bay Area region, like San Francisco, Napa, went down as far as, Santa Cruz last year from August to November. So I lasted a few months, and that's pretty long, I hear, on campaign. So hey, go me. And so hopefully, we are going to talk about that experience and things like that today. Outside of that, I am a marketing professional, offering marketing services as an entrepreneur. Social media management, as well as merchandising, so screen printing and embroidery, printing up merch for people, as well as creating video content. So I'm no stranger to video. So we here. Before
And could you
go,
tell them where to find you
yes,
for your services?
sure. So my business is called the Olive Street Agency, the Olive, like an olive branch, street agency.com. Check that out. Everything's up there. And also offer a fourth service, which is talent management, which stems from the fact that I had a 10-year career before that of DJing and radio personality. So I've done a lot in my 38 years. I don't mind saying it, live and in the flesh. 38 years on this earth. Holla.
Yeah.
And what else? I guess that's kind of it. I feel like I wanted to say something else, but whatever it is, I'll bring it back up later. So, what you got next? I'll let you go. What you got?
Okay, so tell us about your journey to becoming the regional campaign director for Marianne Williamson, because remember, you were in my feed and I was like, I know this name. I was working on her campaign here in Southern California, and her people connected us in a conference call. Right. And I had yet to meet you, and I was like, I knew you. And I an instant messenger. So please share with the family, how did you, with your background and experience, how did you become the regional campaign director for Marianne Williamson up in the Bay?
Absolutely. So let's talk really quick about us. So before I got working on the campaign, I met Angela while I think I was still volunteering at that time. Either way, we had got on a call. And had a great three-way conversation with Mike, what's his name, from SoCal, who was a representative for a volunteer for Marianne in SoCal. And anyways, we got on a great call, and I just said, man, Angela, she's hella cool. And then we didn't reconnect until after I got off the campaign. And like she said, Angela was like, wait, I remember you. So anyways, let's back it up real quick, okay? So I like to start my Marianne Williamson story with how I actually got introduced to Marianne Williamson, which was actually over 10 years ago. I told you guys that I used to be a DJ. So after retiring from DJing around 2010, 2011, I went through a real kind of, I will say, a down part, like searching part for what's going on in my life. Okay, I'm not a DJ anymore. What am I? And came across Marianne Williamson's book, A Return to Love. Now, I'm going to say that one more time, A Return to Love, because if you haven't read it, you need to read it. That's all I'm going to say. Done and done. From there, I was hooked. I was like, who wrote this? Read a few more of her books, and really, so since 2010, 2011, really have just been following her as a spiritual teacher. Seen her on the Oprah Super Soul Sundays, and just, man, she's been consistent retelling the message of spirituality, and just realness, brings the realness. And so I already knew about Marianne Williamson, so I like to start my story there. Fast forward to 2018, which, like I said, I was a DJ, and I still follow hip hop. Still watch The Breakfast Club, still watch Hot 97 and all these different podcasts. And it was the end of 2018. I was at the end of the year, it's kind of downtime. And I was searching for more content on these different hosts that I liked from The Breakfast Club and Hot 97, and came across Yvette and Tone's YouTube, because they were talking about one of the hosts from The Breakfast Club. Y'all know who he is. Anyway, long story short, I was like, who are these people like talking about this guy? Like, I got to get into this. Long story short, once again, I listened and I got hooked and I heard the truth. And fast forward to top of 2019, ADOS really became like, a real I want to say thing and I want to say movement, but that's really not the word that I'm looking for. Anyways, at the top of 2019, ADOS really became, a thing, whatever. So match up that realization, and also at the top of 2019, Marianne Williamson's, saying that she was going to run for president at the same time. And I'm like, yes, Marianne Williamson for president? That sounds great. I got to be a part of that somehow, somewhere. So this is at top February, right? I've been involved with a group called BWAPA, which stands for Black Women Organized for Political Action. That's actually what I was doing in Fresno today. And someone from that organization knew, like, her policy writer or someone who, has worked with her for years, connected me with him. He got me onto the head of director of operations, and I signed on as a volunteer for about the first 3 months for the summer of last year, became the grassroots regional or the grassroots national leader as a volunteer for about 3 months. And then Marianne Williamson started talking and getting attention and getting more money and hiring people. So I kind of came on in that first wave of hires in August as the regional field organizer for Marianne Williamson. So it was kind of like the perfect, I was like, wow, I'm really in the right place. Like, that's why I give you guys all that context of how, like, I came into the space and what that really meant to me to get hired with all of these things connecting in my life. So that's how it happened. Again, I've learned a lot of my political experience from being a part of BWAPA, Black Women Organized for Political Action, which I've been a member of for the past 7 years. And so I had, a skill set of being an organizer, and that's how it happened.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, because we have similar experience when it comes to Marianne Williamson. I've known Marianne since the beginning of my spiritual walk 30 years ago. I initially listened to Anthony Robbins.
Anthony Robbins.
Yeah, Anthony Robbins. You know Tony Robbins. I know you have to.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, the famous Tony Robbins. He was my very first New Thought. I call it New Thought, as a New Thought Christian. He wasn't teaching Christianity, right? Because I had real issue with fundamentalist teachings, right? I mean, all roads lead to God, but this I never could reconcile as a child, right? That I was both made in the image and after the likeness of God, but a sinner and a wretch at the same time. I didn't understand how any of that worked.
Right.
Yes. So when I started asking questions, that was not famous.
Y'all know. Let me look in the chat. Y'all know Angela gonna ask some questions.
Questions. I was like, Mom.
Right.
Are you calling God a sinner and a wretch? Because that's the image likeness in which I'm made.
Yeah.
So it was confusing, and I started asking questions, and my mom at that point said, no, she doesn't have to go to church anymore. Nobody has the answers. I don't. The pastor doesn't. No. And my grandma said, what about her salvation? And my mom was like, well, she'll come to learn God on her own terms in her own time. Let's just leave it alone. It's too much. It's too much. I can't answer her. Mm-hmm. And so fast forward, I was living in New York, in Queens.
Ooh, love me some New York.
Yeah, right. I was in Jackson Heights doing my performance stuff. And around 24, I was back and forth between being very optimistic about life, being very pessimistic. And I saw Anthony Robbins come on the screen, and he had this light that I just wanted. I was like, that's that light that I want. Mm-hmm. What is he? He's a guru. He's got these CDs for sale that I couldn't afford at the time. And I decided to go to Barnes and Noble and buy the biggest book he had on the shelf called Awaken the Giant Within. I read that book cover to cover and I realized he was really speaking metaphysically or just in very layman language about that illumined spirituality within each and every one of us, which I call the Christ. But he was speaking to that in me. And that's how I found Marianne, because she was speaking the same language. So was Iyanla Vanzant. So was Tony Robbins. So was Eric Butterworth, Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
I was like, I found my tribe.
That's
so A Return to Love, A Course in Miracles, absolutely was one of my first books. And Marianne was one of my spiritual teachers for years before she announced her run. Absolutely. And the sad truth is we've missed an amazing opportunity to put, in my humble opinion, the only candidate qualified to lead this country and the world because of how spiritually grounded she is. She had something on that platform for everyone, especially ADOS.
Especially. How can you not be as spiritual as she is? How can you not be grounded in the truth? Because that's what ADOS is going after, is the truth.
Come on now. And she was full of light. And she was bringing it. And she was such a little petite, mousy little thing.
But yeah, I know, right? She is really tiny in person.
Yeah, I actually met her on the campaign trail when she was down here. I was coming out doing volunteer work for her. Yeah. But one of the most genuine people you will ever meet in your life. Yeah. And where I feel ADOS got it wrong, we got stuck on that number and would not support her.
I know. And we've talked about this.
Yes. And me, I just go ahead, Rita, jump in, darling.
We talked about this. We talked about you know, her number was 200 to 500 billion. You know, we're saying 14 to 17 trillion. We could what does Tone say? We could talk at 10, right? Trillion. And I get it. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But I also get being, what does Yvette say, which is full-throated about the whole thing. No HR 40. She never even really mentioned that. She said, no, we don't have to study it. What do you mean? You don't have to, we don't, you know, she was beyond that. There was so much power in that. You know what I mean? There was so much power in that. But I understand getting the value. I understand getting the numbers. So I'm here and here, and I kind of think something that I've realized and something that I say as far as politics, even these days, is in the vantage point or the perspective that I look at is like, you know, the opinion or the perspective that has the most people on it is going to win out. That doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean it's wrong, even regardless. You know what I'm saying? It just has the most people agreeing with it at that time. And so what I'm trying to say is that we as ADOS, as a collective, have had most people agreeing with, we need that number. You know what I mean? Like over what Marianne was bringing to the table. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's where most of the people were. That it happened that way. So it was supposed to happen. I'm a big believer in that. And so that's where we are. And we press forward. You know what I mean? But I was on the campaign. So of course I understand Marianne's message. And
this is a thing, Rita.
Yeah.
She talked about the trillions on the debate stage, okay? She talked about having Dr. Darity, okay, on her Reparations Council. She said in the debates that 500 billion was politically palpable. Now, we have got to learn as ADOS to play checkers and not chess. And now we've made our plight even harder as far as I am concerned. And y'all know I'm a like a TI is. Now y'all want me to convince people to show up and vote Democratic down ballot. When we had Marianne that we could have put our full support behind, because she can change the number. She always said it was negotiable. We're in negotiations.
She did.
And I don't get, ADOS, how in the world do you expect a presidential candidate to be able to say $17 trillion on the national stage and get any white votes? 500 billion. She had come up from $100 billion. Okay, family? And we would not support her. If we had supported her, it's not that she would have won. But imagine if half of ADOS gave her that vote during that primary. If half of us had given her that vote, the message it would have sent to Biden, who may have clearly chosen, even if they got to steal the primary, they are not about to let Jewish Bernie Sanders, I said it, they're not about to let him, as a Jewish socialist, win the election any more than they would have Marianne Williamson. And how do I know that? Because I worked on his campaign the first go round, and I saw what happened under Clinton. I saw the shenanigans, how the constituents voted for Bernie, but those super delegates were in Hillary's pocket, and they went against the grain of the constituents to get her that primary by any means necessary. So Bernie got, I don't care how much money he raised, Bernie got as much chance as a Jewish socialist that wants to take our reparations and spread it all around to all the other groups, which still leaves us on the bottom as the legs of the table that everybody eats from. I tell my people all the time in my feed, what difference does it make to have health care and you can't even get a job with a salary comparable to the cost of living? What difference does it make, family, to have student loan debts waived when only 16% of us hold degrees? What about the 84%? Collective upliftment.
Come on with that data. Come on.
Get behind Bernie Sanders when he has already said no to our reparations. And guess what, family? I can only find up until 2013 that this country, our tax dollars, have given Jews, his people, $233 billion. I can't find 6 more years of how much more we've given to their Holocaust, which we didn't have any hand in, and their military. I can't even account from 2013 to 2019 how much money my tax dollars, your tax dollars, family, have we actually given Bernie Sanders. So I'm saying we should have leveraged Marianne Williamson while we had her to send that message to the establishment candidate. You put reparations in your mouth all the way through the general or risk of Trump 2020. I said it. Because the Congress is what matters, family. To hell. Put the Republican in there as president and give us a Democratic Congress so that we can protect the 41% of ADOS who rely on government assistance, which is by design, family. They're not on food stamps for kicks and giggles. This country set us up from the time they brought us over here in chains. Y'all sitting up and act like y'all done bought into this BS that we're lazy and slovenly. How are we still here if that's the case, family? Don't you listen to this white man spend his nonsense on you. You are a strong people. The strongest Africans survived that transatlantic slave voyage. And that's why we are here. We are from that elk.
Early.
Let me let you get in. Come on, Rita.
Early. Y'all listening? Early. Angela's ready early today. We only 19 minutes in. She early. She giving it to you early. I'm just letting you know. I will say one thing.
Come on.
I will say one thing. We really only got one shot though.
I get it. But that 500 billion was negotiable. She said it a million times and she said it once.
She did.
We were not agreeing to 500 billion and she was aware. She was like, just get me in. Mm-hmm. And we left the building. Mm-hmm. And good luck with getting another president that's going to be as full-chested. I know Tom Steyer and the rest are jumping on the bandwagon, but it's for political expediency. They want that black vote. And all reparations since 97 when she wrote the book, Healing the Heart of America. She didn't
follow America. Now look.
Talking about reparations for your vote. She been on that since 97.
That's what I put on that Tom Steyer post that you keep posting, by the way. I commented on that. I said, hold up. He just got in the conversation.
Okay.
Just a minute ago. So we supposed to believe you? You just started talking this talk. What are you doing? Are you trolling us? Are you trolling us? Because that's what I believe. That's what I believe. You're listening, you're hearing, and you're responding in the right way, but you're too late. I don't believe you. Why should I believe you? Why? And I do believe that he believes that of what he's saying, that we deserve reparations. I do believe that. But it's too late. That's why what you're saying, the fact that Marianne Williamson wrote the book about healing the soul of America and wrote about we need reparations in 1997, that credibility of been talking about it. There's value in that. Yeah.
And I begged the ADOS to find somebody comparable. She showed up at the ADOS conference. She was serious.
She was there.
Nobody else showed up. Not even Tom Steyer with all his billions.
Was Tom Steyer even in the race at that point?
I don't even know. That was October.
Yeah, that was October.
I think he was, but the bottom line is nobody showed but Marianne. And I'm saying I pray that she runs again, and I pray we don't miss the window next time, because I would love for y'all to find someone that's been on reparations since 97, wrote a book about it.
Right.
It was a part of the book.
Yeah.
And something for everybody at the table.
Once again, I want to go back just one more time, and then we can move on or whatever, or we throw in whatever. But I still want to reiterate, you only get one shot. It's almost like putting the key in the ignition. You cannot drive that car without the key if that's what is required. You have the touch button cars nowadays, but you cannot drive that car without that key in the ignition. You just can't. Like, you need that to drive that car, regardless. And that's how serious to drive the ADOS family to where we need to be. We have to get what we're owed. We can't drive the car without it. Sorry. That's what I believe. And I think regardless, she could come with writing the book in 1997. Love Marianne. She could come with a number. She could raise her number. But to drive that car, we need that key. We need that value. I'm sorry. That's just what's required. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. But once again, not cheaters. You tell me any presidential candidate that can come to this racist country and tell these people it's 17 trillion is the price tag, and how far will they get with their campaign? Let's be for real. Let's be for real. You wait for it. We won't see
Mm-hmm.
it in this lifetime if you guys are going to be that hard nosed about that number. I mean, don't settle and make sure the Reparations Council is full of the ADOS movement.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
understand that this is still politics, and I don't know of anyone that could have said 17 trillion. They got that off, but Marianne, and even she knew better.
Mm.
Even she knew better.
I have
Okay.
faith. I have faith it's coming. That's
Oh,
all
I
I gotta say.
coming, and it's definitely going to happen. I'm just praying it will in our lifetime. That's
That's
that's the
right.
goal, and
I
that's
hear
what
you.
we're working towards. It's
I
definitely
hear you.
going to happen because we're never going to sleep again. We're
Yeah.
teaching. I'm teaching my daughter. She's
Long
teaching
gone.
hands. They will pick up this mantle, and if all I get accomplished in this lifetime is 25% Congress, 25% in the Senate, and 25% in the House that are speaking full chested about ADOS reparations and the Black agenda, I will feel satisfied that I've got a lot accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working and we're moving on. Okay, so enough of that.
Okay.
Uh, tell us what went right about given what you know about the campaign,
Yeah.
what were your duties like? Oh, we have 41. Oh my God. Okay, tell us about a little bit about your duties and then what went right and what went wrong in your opinion.
Well, what were you saying about 41? We have 41 minutes
I'm
left.
looking at we're at 41 minutes and 25 seconds. This show always seems to go way too fast.
Dang, really?
That's
We've been talking for that long?
yeah, 17. I know why cool. Hi, Lukeman. Hi, why cool. I see y'all, fam. I'm gonna get to your comments. 500 billion was too low. We can get our value. I believe
That's
it.
right. That's right.
All
Come
right,
on.
Vicky. I
There we
know we
go,
gonna
Vicky.
get value. All right, y'all. I love y'all black. I love y'all strong. Okay, so if we got to go over a little bit, they might stay with us. Sometimes they know I get going
Okay.
on my little soapbox. But tell us about what were your duties, and then what went right with the campaign and what went wrong.
Yeah. Well, off the cuff, so as a regional field director, my job was to galvanize and get together volunteers in this area, um, more excited to be able to host maybe their own watch parties of the debate, or create their own events. We had she attracts a lot from the yoga circle. Get the yoga people, on board who haven't done politics in over 10 or 20 years because they're spiritual, or whatever, So hey, I don't do yoga anyway. But respect. But so my job was to galvanize the folks that were, for Marianne to get to do more. What else can we do? So we did things in the Bay Area, like I said, we had a yoga event. We did a bannering event, and this is something that actually they did in a lot of different places nationwide. Held the banner over the freeway in Berkeley and got people honking, right? Anytime Marianne would come into town, I was head in helping to get the volunteers together, to show up, to be outside of the hotel, to be loud when she walked through the door, and things like that. So that's basically the job, to organize the volunteers, to get more volunteers, to see, okay, bring a friend to the next meeting, bring a friend to the next event, and to talk about her issues. She had 6 pillars. I probably cannot say them all, but one of them was reparations, right? And so towards the end of the campaign, the people that were kind of involved in the campaign, both volunteers and some staff, kind of were splitting up the campaign, and were focused on all 6 of the areas that Marianne had really been pushing in the campaign. Of course, I was on the reparations pillar. She had an environmental pillar. She had she wanted to make a Department of Children and Youth. Amazing. She had that pillar. She wanted to do the Department of Peace. Amazing. Come on, man. Who's talking about this stuff? Let's be real. Who's talking like that? Nobody. So, being a part of the campaign, I feel is the word unorthodox. It was it was different. I'm sure it was different than all the other establishment campaigns, you know. She led differently because she is different. You know what I'm saying? It's a trickle down from the leadership. So she led the campaign in a different way. A lot of the people that were hired, like myself, that were hired on the campaign, of course, I had a past experience, but some of the people that were hired didn't even really have past experience, and I loved that. It was about show and prove, come with the skills that you have. Some people brought their skills in from being, I don't know, a writer. Okay, you're a writer. Well, now on this campaign, those skills translate to a researcher or a data person, and they got hired on the campaign. So what I saw a lot in her campaign were there were definitely some folks that had worked on a campaign before, but there were a lot of people who hadn't necessarily worked on a campaign before. And I love that. And that's who Marianne is. She always talked about, I'm here to co-create with the experts. I'm here to co-create with people who are bringing something to the table. She doesn't have any, I'm not going to say any because I don't like to say absolute stuff, right? But she was definitely intentional when it came to bringing on people. And I would say this also permeated down to the people that she hired, to bringing on people to her campaign that made sense. And I'm just going to leave it at that. No, this makes sense. I've seen you do this, do that. Your background is this. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, come on, you're on board. Like, you know what I mean? And imagine a president like that. Imagine come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm getting hot. Imagine a president who operates like that, who's not stuck in a box about who's supposed to be where. No, and operates just on a different plane in terms of hiring, in terms of bringing people into the conversation. Like I said, nobody else was talking about reparations like her. Everybody was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll sign on to HR 40, whatever. No, she said, a debt is owed. Let's go. Let's do it. Like, boom, boom, boom. She's not your typical, and she was completely consistent with that across the campaign. Trickled down, yeah, trickled down into all the folks that she hired. And so that was the thing that I really appreciated about the campaign is that, her type of leadership, you got to see what type of leadership that she would be. Um, and I really believed in the type of leader that she is, because I saw a lot of myself in her. I'm that type of leader. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. This is life. Like, anyway, I won't go. I'm about to go left. All right. And then the other question that you said is what went wrong in the campaign? I don't know. I don't know what went wrong. I mean, one of the things that I'll share that I'm not going to say that went wrong in the campaign, but one of the things that I always wanted was a closer connection with Marianne. I just definitely always felt that I wanted to really get real with her. You can only get so much, so real with the CEO and so real with the head honcho and leader in any organization. You know what I mean? But that's something that like I said, I don't know if I would say anything wrong with the campaign, but personally, that's something that I really wanted more of, and I wasn't ever able to get to that point. And that might have been me because I'm not timid, but I'm also not pushy. You know what I mean? And not disrespectful either. And hey, I come from some of the teachings of Marianne. I'm organic. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna go as it comes. I'm not just not gonna force nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
And so that's one of the things is I really feel like, and so if anything, a lot more like video chats, Zoom calls with volunteers and things like that, just so we know, because we could feel it. But when Marianne speaks, you could feel it, you could take it in. Yeah. And having that connection with the people who work for you or for the people who are out there, I mean, I'm going hard. People were like, "Damn, you really going hard for Marianne?" I'm like, "Yup, I am." You know what I mean? And so just I think we could have benefited from an even closer connection with Marianne. And when you think about that in leadership, you know, it's great to feel that from your leader. Like, oh man, I really do feel that Marianne cares about little old me over here in East Oakland. You know what I mean? And I did feel that. I wanted to feel it more. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think she'll come back in 2024?
What I do know, I don't know. And I think she would say that same thing too. What I do know is that she's all in. If you go to her Twitter feed, if you read her email blasts that have gone out since she suspended her campaign, she's still on it. She's still talking. You know what I mean? She didn't go back to her Senate position. She didn't go back to her, being a congresswoman or something like that. No, she's still talking about the issues. She's still trying to find out who she could give her endorsement and her voice to. She's still tweeting majorly. Um, and who knows what's going to happen? I think she's going to be consistently like that throughout this year. So I'll give an outlook for this year, my prediction for the rest of this year. I definitely know that she said a couple times that even after if she were to suspend her campaign, this is before she did. I feel like I remember her saying like, I'm still going to talk about these things. Like once again, let's talk about how she was talking about reparations in 1997. Didn't nobody have to tell her to do that? You know what I'm saying? She was
Yeah.
already there with it. This is a belief that she already has within her. So it's like she's not going to stop talking about it. She was talking about it before. Why would she stop talking about this stuff afterwards?
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that metastasizes and comes forth. Um, will she run in 2024? She will do what she will run for or be or go after where she feels she needs to be. If that is president, she may find another thing where she say, like I need to actually be in this position. Actually, I need to start another nonprofit. Actually, I need to, go around speaking on this topic. Actually, whatever it is, I really do believe that she's the type of person that leads her life where it's like she's going to lend her energy and voice to really what the spirit tells her. And I mean, come on, man, who doesn't want a leader like that? Come on,
Oh,
you're really real. That's how you do it.
to me, like I
So
said earlier, she is the best and the
yeah,
most qualified of every candidate running.
yeah.
She
Well,
will be an
she
extraordinary president, and
yeah.
I really pray she runs again. Go ahead, Rita, before I read William Boyd's comment.
Okay, so well, we know she might if she does run in 2024, she might be up against my boy Kanye West, and that's gonna be That's gonna be tough for me. I love me some Kanye West. Sorry, everybody in the chat too. I know that there's probably not some folks that are whatever. Yeah,
Tell me,
I always feel
tell me more about Kanye. What do you love about it? Because I have a very good sister friend of mine that loves Kanye too.
yeah. I think I remember getting his album College Dropout back in 2003. I had just graduated from college. And the impact it had on me and the impact that a lot of his music and the truths, right? We've been talking about truths. This is what he's been about since he came out. This is the essence of Kanye West. We cannot forget this, regardless of the outskirts, regardless of, sorry, I meant to say outbursts, regardless of, how he leads his life. I I really feel like the essence of Kanye was really captured on a lot of his old, his early albums. That's why people say I want to see the old Kanye. That did, and I really feel like that didn't go anywhere. So as I look at him now and what he's been able to do with his platform, it's unlike any other rapper out there. period. Period. You know how people say period. Make that a gift, everybody. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Not the truth.
Yeah. And I always used to say, because I tweet about them a lot, or I see myself retweeting Kanye stuff, and then I'll retweet Marianne stuff. And I said to myself, man, I would love if Kanye and Marianne Williamson had a conversation. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I would literally, it would be like, excuse me, everybody, it would be like orgasmic for me. Sorry. But no, for real, like, I just think that, and this is something that Marianne would talk about, is that as a nation, as the US, we need career politicians. We do, to be leaders. We need those voices to be heard in politics. But we also need the artists, we need the dentists, we need the architects, we need all of these voices to come together and have a voice in how the US is shaped. And she always preached that, you know what I'm saying? She always talked about all of these people coming together. So the first person in the first group she always mentioned are the artists. And so when we look at Kanye West and we look at what he's done with his platform as a rapper and been able to really just stick to his truth and tell his truth also at the same time, and to be able to keep that is just so rare. No, like on the platform that he is, no one's doing that. Yes, Jay-Z is a bigger rapper than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he sold more millions of copies. But to be as vocal as Kanye is and to tell his truth wherever he is at the moment, that's leadership qualities right there. You know what I'm saying? To bring your experience to the table and tell how you're feeling in the moment is leadership. And also another thing that I see in him is that he's also open to changing his mind when he gets new information. He is. He's open to changing. I've seen him do it. You know, I've seen him really kind of get new information and change his mind. You could see the wheels turning sometimes when he does interviews. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, like Marianne, he's not a career politician, and he brings something else different to the table with different experiences. And who's to say look who we have in the White House right now? Open your mind, everybody. Open your mind to who we can have in the White House. Period. That's my Kanye speech off the soapbox. What you got?
The ADOS are losing their mind in the chat. Trey says Kanye West is pro-Trump. Vicky says you just lost me. Kanye West, he's a Republican. Trey says no to Kanye West. Lucas says no, sister, I'm from the Midwest and I was a Kanye West disciple. Ooh. Vicky says no. Shauna says they all play their roles within the system. Kanye is not it for this platform. Kanye West supports Donald Trump. Girl, they just chewed you up and spit you out and picked their teeth with your vertebrae over some Kanye West.
So what? What's up, everybody? What's up? Same. I'll say everything I just said again. I love y'all. But anyway, I hear y'all though. I should have looked at the chat while I was talking. I was too
No, you should have. No, this is ADOS Hot Topics and making a case for reparations, and everybody's entitled to feel and believe.
Yeah.
They choose to feel and believe and support whom they love. I was happy for the exchange. William Boyd says Marianne couldn't get into the door with 500 billion. So how can you expect to get in with 17 trillion the first go round? We just want to get through the door to negotiate, but now we are left outside, family, and we are running out of time. William, you are my brother from another mother. I'm with you, bro. I feel your pain. And, I also understand that I understand that spiritually there's something awakening in us, right? Like we're needing this time to become more politically educated because one of the biggest hurdles, William and family, is our own people. Do you understand the folks are always like on the Fox Soul show, when is reparations going to happen? I said we move as a block and believe that it is a debt that is owed for slavery and crude ongoing systemic racism, oppression, and disadvantage in the country our ancestors built with their lives.
That's right.
And if you're not studying, and if you're not a part of Yvette Carnell Breaking Brown Book Club, they just got through a book that was just painful for me to involve myself in the part 1 and 2 of the conversation about the book. They were her property. These white women were and are, not all, as diabolical as some of these white men. I couldn't read it because I got to protect the mental. And
true.
It's way too hard, but I heard a caller tonight say it is our responsibility if they lived it for us to bear witness, right? Like it is up to us to bear witness through reading it. But family, you might have to start the book 6 months out because it is that hard. They were her property, pick it up. But I say this to say that if you don't understand the cost of our ancestors' blood and bones married to the soil and the very fabric of this country, then it's difficult for you to understand the debt. And so when people start all this bootstrapperism and aspirationalism, it is because they simply don't understand that reparations is not a handout.
That's right.
It's debt.
That's right.
When you go through this book and you read about how one of the slave masters, the woman now, I can't call her name. I didn't read it. I heard about it. But she literally set a piece of candy by her chamber pot that the little young Black slave girl was supposed to empty. And they would starve our people, right? The girl was tempted every time she went because they baited her family.
Yeah.
And she went for that piece of candy because she was so hungry. She went for that piece of candy. And when they caught her eat the candy, that white biatch took that baby girl's head and rocked her chair over the head while the little white girl whipped her with a cowhide. It crushed her jaw and disfigured her. You understand what I'm telling you? So, you're not on board with this because you don't understand the cost. You don't understand. And you need to learn what your people went through so that you can speak up about reparations and a Black agenda. 50% of the homeless population are Black families. 50% of the homeless. And we built all this wealth that you see around you.
Come on.
And the cost. We were bred. We were the commodity. We were the shoes. And I know it's hard to read. But if you don't read it, you don't understand it.
That's right.
You don't understand that there's no other way to close this egregious racial wealth gap but reparations for the ADOS. No, Pan-African is not for you. It ain't for you, Africa. It ain't for you, Caribbean. It is for ADOS.
Come on.
The heinous free chattel slavery of its kind in the world. And we are here. And the ancestors need us to grow a backbone.
Mm.
And stop all this crying and whining over Trump.
Mm.
He ain't the first racist. He won't be the last. Furthermore, they put his ass in office.
Mm.
ADOS didn't put him in office, but they want my black vote to unseat his ass. No, my priority is ADOS.
Always doing the work. Always called in to do the cleanup. Clean up.
Wait your turn. Wait another term. It's always their fires. Since they drug us here in chains.
Chat room, come on. Come on.
Imagine if it was your daughter. Imagine what the mothers went through when they snatched their kids and sold them. Sitting in their rocking chairs and counting the money, and they done sold your brother. Your son. This is not a joke, family. And until we get on the same page about it, it will not be birthed. You've got to believe it before you get white folks to believe in it.
That's it.
Know your history.
Know your history. Know the truth.
Know the truth. It will set you free.
Come on.
They know I'm a baby. That story did something to me, sis. It just.
Real. I know.
Family, we're at 6 minutes over. And take a breath.
I see the black fist. Trey, I see you. ADOS. Come on. Come on. We here. What does Tone say? We here now.
We here. And we ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
I don't care how many grocery bags are under my eyes. I will fight this fight to my dying breath.
That's it.
Because it's for me, my daughter, her children, her children's children, your children. Our ancestors suffered through more. And ADOS, not y'all. The people watching, not y'all. But at large, we got ADOS scared of Donald Trump. And the baby's head was rocked over a piece of candy. She walked around disfigured for the rest of her days. And y'all scared of Trump. I say give them a Democratic Congress, give them Trump, and let them earn their overinflated salaries. Republicans talk about 450 million is middle class. 450,000 is a middle class income. For who? Them. That's all of our wealth, family. All of it.
We're getting it back. We're here to get it back.
17 trillion. I told y'all, and I'm gonna tell you again, out of $107 trillion, white folks share 100 trillion household dollars. Out of 100% of ADOS, we share $3 trillion. 90% of ADOS share 700 billion. 10% of blacks
the rest
share 2.3 trillion. Okay? And out of 100% of black folks in this country, black immigrants make up 10%. So what do you think they are participating in? The 700 billion?
Yeah.
Or are they participating in the 2.3 trillion? And where are your people? Know this data. Tune in to Carnell, Breaking Brown every Monday and Wednesday and learn about who you are and how you factor into these politics.
That's right.
With ADOS Super PAC. Friends of ADOS.com. Give to the Super PAC so that we can support our political candidates who are full-chested about ADOS reparations and a black agenda, and we can attack every damn body in the way. Rita Forte has started a YouTube live. Check her out. Go over there and subscribe. She'll be dropping knowledge on her channel on the YouTube.
I just want to say as you're saying all this, I am so proud to be ADOS. So proud. We should all be so proud to be who we are. We are here through it all. Like, what the?
Right.
We're here though. We're here. We are here today to speak on it. We are here today living through it all. Come on, man. If you ain't proud of that, if you do not take that identity of which you are and see, I mean, I did miracle.
We're it.
Sorry. Walk around like you are. That's all I gotta say. Walk around like you are. Check out my YouTube channel. Look up Rita Forte. The plan is to have a show every Tuesday and maybe pop-up shows here and there. I would love to interview ADOS chapter members, find out the work that folks are doing, things like that. I'm also going to inject, some of Rita Forte life as well too. But I would say 60 to 70% of it is going to be around ADOS and our topics and our issues and our movement, the voices of ADOS. I want to elevate that at all costs. So
Absolutely. I've got two special edition shows coming. One on Monday with Tara Perry. She's running for City Council District 8. And then on Tuesday, I'll have a show with Ted Hayes, civil rights activist and homeless advocate for 35 years down here in Los Angeles. And he is fire. I just had a meeting with him prior to coming home for the live today with our very special guest, Rita Forte. I want to thank you, sister, from the bottom of my heart for coming on the show and making it lit up here and sharing with us your background and just allowing us to peek into Marianne Williamson through your lens.
Yeah.
Grateful to you, sister, for all the work and for all the bricks you and the ADOS Bay Area are slinging up in the Bay. Remember, family, the ADOS Bay Area has a meeting on the 9th.
Yep.
Which is next Sunday. Do you have any details of that so we can share it with them before we pray out?
Absolutely. February 9th. It's in East Oakland. I don't want to give the address here, but if you're interested in coming, please email adosbayarea@gmail.com, adosbayarea@gmail.com. We also have a Facebook group, ADOS Bay Area. Join that. And we post about the issues going on here in the Bay Area. So if you're concerned, if you'd like to know about that, also join for those reasons as well too. But February 9th, we're meeting in East Oakland for fellowship, for telling our stories. That's what I really love about meeting up with other ADOS. It's just like I told my story in the beginning of this live show about how I came to ADOS and how it really tightened up the screws and helped to fasten the seat belt and just get clarity on my identity and what has been happening to my ADOS life for the past 10 to 15 years. You know what I mean? So hearing other people's stories is what brings us together, is what bonds us, is what makes us stronger. And so that's what we do at these, meetings that are open to ADOS folks that identify. And so we fellowship, we eat. Marguerite, shout out to her. She be bringing the greens and the and the yams. And we do different food every time. But anyways, that's the info. So anybody out there, come through. Again, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I'm gonna become one of those people. Subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, like. Woo, woo.
That's right.
I become one of those people. But and lastly, I just want to say, Angela,
Yes.
you the bomb, girl. I love you. If anybody if anybody has texted back and forth with Angela, she be using the gifts, and I be looking at my phone like she.
I'm the gift queen.
I got
Okay,
love for you.
those little things. It's just
I
such a
got love
part.
for you, but keep doing your thing. You bring
Thank
a you bring a perspective. You bring the passion that's
I love
in
us. I
that
love us all.
that passion that you show. Everybody has it, but you're able to express it, and that is
Oh,
just come with that. Keep that up. So thank you
thank
so
you,
much for
love.
having me on your show. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank you.
yes, yes,
And
and
that's
thank
it.
you, my co-stars in the chat. I just love y'all, Black. I love y'all strong for showing up for me all the time. Y'all know y'all my family. I love y'all so much. Some of y'all I was privileged to meet at the conference. Others I'll be privileged to meet this conference October 2nd and 3rd in Louisville, Kentucky. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get my arms around you and just look you in the eye and let you know we got a common thread. We are ADOS. Our new lineage, our movement, it's one and the same. Be proud of that. And
Yes.
I want to wish you an extraordinary rest of your evening and weekend. And pick up Bricks family throughout the week. Spread the word about the movement. Get people involved in the chapters. And this is the part where I pray a tiny prayer of protection over us because, as I told you guys, I'm a licensed teacher in my faith as a New Thought Christian. And I believe in putting a covering over us. But if prayer is not something you seek, this is the time for you to part company with me. And with that said, family, I want to say to you that the light of God surrounds you, the love of God enfolds you, the power of God protects you, and the presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, ADOS and allies, God is. Until Monday, family, for my special edition, you make it a beautiful, God inspired rest of your evening. Good night, family. Thank you, Rita. I'll
Thank
be
you.
in touch.
Thank you.